Are you fighting a scoopy release, and no matter what you do, you cannot seem to get rid of it? The culprit is very likely your right thumb. I'll explain exactly why this can cause issues and give you a super simple drill to instantly fix this, so you can eliminate that early release for good. Before we get started, I've got a free gift for you. Check out the first pinned comment down below for my perfect strike blueprint. It's got all the best drills I use to improve players' strike. Super easy, check it out down below. So firstly, what are we talking about when we mean casting? Casting is simply when the golf club gets too long too early. So the wrist angles that I create here between the left arm and the club shaft, this would be us holding on to those angles, and the club at this point is short. So notice how the head of the club doesn't get all the way down to the ground. Whereas when I throw those wrist angles out and I straighten this angle in here, now the club gets long and it's very easy to get it into the ground. So I move into here, I've got my wrist angles, I throw them out, hits the ground. Club gets too long too early. This can cause fat shots. This can cause thin shots and general poor contact, as well as a lack of speed. There are various reasons that this can occur, but one of the key ones that most golfers always overlook is how you place your hands in the golf club, specifically how your right thumb and the pad of the right hand sits atop the left thumb. There are three main points that our hands interact with the grip that control how we release it. Number one is the three fingers in the back of the left hand. Number two is the trigger finger, the right index finger, right in here. And number three is the right pad of the hand in here on the thumb pad. Players who struggle with casting the golf club often see that the right hand here is not placing much pressure onto the left thumb. So the pad of the right hand in here, just underneath the thumb, does not sit very firmly atop the left thumb. Often there'll be a little bit of a gap between the two hands, or simply there just isn't any pressure on it. There's almost a gap there. Now, this is important because when there is no pressure on here from this part of the right hand, we tend to find that we exert pressure with the back of the left three fingers and the trigger finger on the right hand, those two other pressure points, and we see this happen. So we pull back on this one and we throw this one this way. So we tend to see the club shaft here work backwards. Whereas if we can stabilize using this pressure point here, pushing onto that left thumb, we can then create a little bit more lean, and we can delay the release of that golf club. Now, this probably sounds pretty complex and hard to tell. How do we actually know if we are not placing pressure on that left thumb? One of the greatest ways that we can check this is using some paper. So I'm gonna take some paper here and I'm gonna place it on top of my left thumb like so. And then I'm gonna grip the club by pressing my right pad of the hand on top of the left thumb. Now notice the paper now sits right in between my hands. Now I'm going to make some swings here where I focus on keeping that paper there the whole time. Now in order to do this, I have to keep some tension on my left thumb using that pad of the hand, and we'll find instantly we tend to deliver the golf club with a much later release. We're holding more pressure on that lead thumb. We can then hit a few balls, recreating that same sensation, and just see what happens. This was something that a recent student, Graham, was actually struggling with. His right hand sat a little below the left. There was a little bit of space in here and he didn't really put much pressure on this left thumb. And we found that after us actually learning to apply more pressure on the left thumb using this right pressure point here, he delivered 7 degrees more shaft lean, helping him improve contact, hit more down on it, and shift his low point later. Let me know your thoughts on all this down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you'd like me to take a personalized look at your swing, then book in for a Better Golf Zoom call today. We can have a chat about your game. I can outline exactly how you can improve going forward. You'll even have the opportunity to send over swing videos and I'll do an in-depth analysis of your action and how you can improve. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible rest of your day.